Into the wilderness. We're in Iceland, and Misha Hoyer is joining a tour that will go as far away from civilization as a 4x4 can possibly take you. Our reporter has taken a flight from Berlin via the Icelandic capital Reykjavik to Akureyri in the north of the country. The town is one of the starting bases for off-road tours. With around 17,000 inhabitants, Akureyri is the country's fourth largest town. Hans-Hermann Ruther meets Misha at the airport. The former entrepreneur organizes off-road tours for Land Rover all over the world. Many car makers, including Volkswagen, Porsche, or BMW, offer such trips. After all, it's the perfect way to promote their companies. After just a few minutes, they leave the surfaced road. Let the adventure begin.
So we are just a few kilometers out of Akureyri now, but in the next few days things will be getting a lot lonelier because we'll be heading to some of the most isolated parts of Iceland.
Misha joins a group that's already been traveling for 5 days. Each participant has paid around 3,600 euros for a 9-day trip. The tours are always booked out.
We go back to the roots, back to nature. At home, everything's more artificial. TV, electronics, communication, everything's just getting faster and faster. Everyone's always thinking about getting some peace, and that's what you find here in nature.
Although the group is off-road, they have to stick to the signposted routes. Otherwise, the tires would leave tracks in the volcanic stone that would be visible for years to come. They haven't encountered another person for hours. They can enjoy the most spectacular sights on their own. After almost 300 kilometers of driving, they reach the first camp in the middle of the Icelandic highlands. At least tonight, they'll be spending the night in comfort. Next morning starts with a camp briefing with our Icelandic guide. Misha and his companion want to split up from the group and head further into this rugged landscape. Luckily, conditions are good. There's been little rain in past weeks, and the rivers are easy to cross. But with every kilometer, the terrain gets tougher. If the vehicle broke down, it'd be an eternity before help came. Finally, they make it to the glacier, but soon they are stuck. The sun has begun melting the ice, and they can move neither forwards nor backwards. But Hans-Hermann Ruther has a solution. He lets some air out of the tires to increase their area surface. A little further on, they see just how wrong such a trip can go. They drive on cautiously, but the danger of breaking through the ice is just too great. Very slowly, they return to the others. On the onward journey, they are rewarded with breathtaking, amazing scenery. The landscape changes every few kilometers. They stop now and then to take in the fantastic surroundings before driving on, captivated by Iceland's natural beauty. Misha joins up with the group again in the evening. Tonight there are no huts and everyone is mesmerized by the tranquility.
The scenery is super and it's a lot of fun. We like being part of a small group. It's good having a guide and knowing that if anything goes wrong, you've got someone to fall back on.
It
was amazing. We didn't know exactly what to expect, but it was absolutely fantastic going to places you wouldn't normally get to.
Sensational. There was something else to see around every corner. Beautiful scenery, unspoiled landscape. I love it.
Iceland's white nights means it's still light at 11 o'clock. And even though the group is exhausted, they are still very much awake. The last day of the trip and the return to Reykjavik and civilization. At first, it feels strange to be back among so many other people.
Yeah, this was indeed one of my most exciting holidays ever. The last days were just out of this world. And if I could, I would grab a car like this and spend another week here.
It's time to send a postcard to the Euromaxx colleagues. Greetings from Reykjavik. Having a wonderful time. The only downside is that Misha has to leave again so soon.